This is the radio that my friend Rick, who goes by the name of All American Radio 5, he featured this radio in one of his videos a few months ago. I picked this up on the internet on eBay for about $15, and I couldn't read the writing on the tubes, and so Rick did a video on how to use oil from your body and putting on tubes, and so it brings the writing out, and it worked pretty good. I was able to find out what tubes the radio took, replaced them all along with some capacitors, and got it working. I'll show you how it sounds here. I've got it hooked to an isolation transformer as well as a variac. It sounds pretty good. It's a GD Tombstone case, but the radio is something else. It looks like it was a clock radio, but for a first project it was a lot of fun. Now when my wife was a little girl back in the 60s, she had a radio like this one. This is a Real Tone 6 transistor. It's a TR8611, and she had this radio, and somehow she either lost it or it was stolen. So I picked this one up on eBay, not working, and decided to go through it. Got it apart. You can see it's a pretty small little radio. You can compare it to the size of my hand, and I decided to go ahead and change all the electrolytic capacitors. Haven't done it yet, but I'll change 1, 2, 3, 4 capacitors and see if that does the trick. It's about 35 years old, so I'm sure the electrolytics are pretty poor shape. Changed the electrolytics, and it didn't help. The radio played, but very, very low volume. So I troubleshot it through using the schematic and came to the conclusion that the driver transformer, which is a 750 ohm on the primary side and a 310 ohm center tap on the secondary side, goes right in here. I discovered that one side of the output, the secondary side, was dead. So I ordered some, close as I could get, which are actually 500 primary, 200 secondary, and hoping those work. I know it's not the exact fit, but it's the best I could do, and parts for this radio are just non-existent. After some time working on it on and off, I was able to find out that my original suspicion was true. The audio, or the driver transformer, was bad. I replaced it, and it seems to play pretty well now.
When you get judges saying to voters who are appalled by certain behaviors that the voters are wrong and these 4 rotten, stinking, filthy black robes are right, you're living in an unfit society, man.
Well, we'll just turn that guy off for now. Another project I had along the way was just one evening. I bought this signal tracer, and I got it on eBay, and it didn't work. It was just completely dead. So pulled it apart, and there's not really a lot to a signal tracer. I was able to discover a couple of capacitors needed to be changed, and also the diode, which is an easy check. To check a diode, it was shot. So I put a new diode in it, and now it works pretty good. It's a pretty handy little piece of equipment. It's not as handy as my my oscilloscope, which is really an integral part of my setup here, but it's still for fast checks. If you just want to trace through a circuit real quick and kind of get an idea what's going on, it's real handy. What I really like to talk about is this book. If you haven't seen this book yet, this is about the best thing you can get. You can see I've got some books here. These are all radio related, or most of them are radio related books, as well as all of these. I would take all of these books on this shelf and I would trade them in. This book by Richard McWhorter, who goes by the name on YouTube of All American 5 Radio. This book is absolutely the best you can get. You can, if you go to his, find one of his videos, go to his the place on YouTube where he has all of his videos listed, you'll see how to get this book. And the best part of it, I shouldn't say the best part, but one of the good parts is it's free. He offers this book to anybody who wants to download it. The book is about rebuilding tube radios, but there's so much information in here that can be used just in general radio electronics that I was able to take what I learned from this book and work my way through that little transistor radio. It's great. Teaches you about troubleshooting, oscilloscopes, safety, isolation transformers, variacs, what each tube does, how each tube works, how to read schematics, and it goes on and on. The book is interactive. If you just download it, leave it on your computer, you can point to something, click on it, and it'll take you right to where it's referenced. Or if you can do like I did, which is have both, and I keep this copy of this book handy at all times, just like it is, and I wouldn't give it up for anything. So I highly suggest that you get on YouTube. Well, you're on YouTube now, but I highly suggest that you get this book. It's free. I can't believe the guy would put all this effort into this. He could sell this book easily and make himself some big money, but he's offering it to people like us who want to learn for free. You can't beat it. Before I take off here, I want to just show you a few more radios that I have in the works, in progress. There's an RCA there. I pick up these transistor radios. I have a lot of them now. Some work, some don't. I've also got several ham radios that need to be worked on. I've got a signal generator down there. I've got a dummy load watt meter here. I've got a frequency counter down there. They all need to be tweaked a little bit, transistor radios, but I'm having a good time doing it. And if you've got an interest in this stuff and you've been holding off, I suggest you get Richard's book, All American 5 Radios book, and start reading it and just jump in. It's a lot of fun, and it's real. It really feels good when you get one of these things working. One of these old radios that have been around for so long, sitting in somebody's attic or garage. Get it cleaned up, get it working again. It's a real thrill. And Richard, I want to thank you for all the help you've given me for the book, and also the personal help that you've given me. Couldn't do it without you, buddy.